To the internet platforms and other providers worldwide, they are generally facing varying degrees of pressure from governments around the world and are required to take on more responsibility, such as being made to delete content that are deemed as harmful or indecent. In order to ensure that the platforms or service providers abide by relevant regulations, the government usually adopts access restrictions through measures such as DNS RPZ or directly blocking the IP. Restrictions based on political reasons are oftentimes more controversial, which has always been one of the most debated topics.
And then we as a society, we never know what kind of content that exactly government want to be blocked, or what kind of like negative content they think it considered as negative. So we think, and it's also happened that the blockage or the limitation or the restriction to the content is mostly political things, and then also it's also targeted to some issues that quite sensitive in Indonesia. So and actually in this regulation as well, like it's required the digital platform to take down the content that required as government as soon as possible, like for 4 hours until to 24 hours. If not, the government will give them a fine or sanction, and even the website or the digital platform cannot be accessed in Indonesia.
Such trend of adamant enforcements of restriction on the use and access of the internet through various regulations has caused the international tech companies to be faced with a difficult situation, because they have to consider how to achieve a balance between the legality of cross-domain jurisdiction and maintaining the greatest common divisor of freedom of expression. After the enactment of the National Security Law of the People's Republic of China, Hong Kong is facing this dilemma.
If you ask whether or not I cannot go to a website, if you ask why is it, you ask the police is not going to tell you whether they say it was because of an order from the based on the national security law. The ISP cannot tell you, but it is believed that many ISPs are actually using DNS blocking, IP address blocking, and DNS RPZ techniques to do it. And in order to entice more ISPs to cooperate, in fact, since 2023, ISPs are incentivized with a safe harbor provision so that they are relieved of their liabilities if they comply.
Are all supervision by the government negative? Actually, due to the fact that Taiwan was affected by deepfake-related incidents, the promulgation of legislation on the internet concerning the underage portion has been strengthened, which should, to some degree, bring about a deterrence effect to those criminal organizations that are intending to do harm.
一个是比较根本的，是我们在儿少权法，它有一个，如果说网络上面有些的内容是儿少不宜的内容，那这个部分的内容，平台如果它可以自己有防护，那如果这些内容不宜，那经过主管机关的通知之后，那它应该做一些有关于这些限制浏览截取。那在这个法律的规定下，其实业者平台有比较大的自律空间。那iWin在我们 NCC 前主委的这个协助之下，当初我们就积极去把一些有关儿少不宜的内容去做分类，让平台当他知道有这些不宜的内容的时候，他怎么去采取防护的措施。
On a societal aspect, if the regulations are based on an educational stance that is globally accepted, it is also a positive trend in the promotion of good content on digital platforms. And each country stipulated their own internet governance-related regulations based on different ideologies, making the public have different opinions how to strike a balance between security and freedom. There's still room for discussion for that.
We are really in a very interesting age. We have a self-regulation here. Then we have a strong government regulation like China, regulate everything on the other string. And now we are thinking about how we can balance the self-regulation and the strong government regulation, and how we believe is the best future internet will be, for no matter the internet development of the whole society.
Before getting an answer, how will the internet infrastructure operators and tech companies respond to these regulations? although it would appear that technology and regulation are complementing each other at the moment. But to the users, when will the executor delineate the red line, or even question whether or not the red line should exist? That's still a big question.